Profanity Nation.
Yeah, it's the new era of man for some old school fans with a new school brand. We got money on the mic with the plan in hand. And Stat Pat to his left, they go hand in hand. And to the right, we got Simpster, he putting it down. It's the Profanity Nation, we running the town, yeah.
It's the Profanity Nation.
Profanity Nation.
Oh, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Profanity Nation podcast, where we are the voice of the professional fan. As always, we are here on infanitytv.com.
Yes.
Every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. You know we talk Lakers, you know we talk basketball, we talk sports, just talk everything. But first, let's introduce our co-host, Mr. Money Mike. How you doing?
Yo, what's going on, man? I'm good, ready, excited. NBA's back. One more week. Let's go, baby.
One more, and we actually have something to look forward to. Stat.
Yeah.
Hey, man, really good, dude. I mean, like you said, Money, the NBA is back. And the Raiders won again.
And the Raiders won again.
Raiders won again.
Chargers lost. Raiders won.
Yeah.
Hey, just win, baby.
And I know, and we're gonna get to it. I know you're jazzed about the Lakers. So and their prospects this year and how they're looking. So we'll get to that in a second, guys.
Yes, sir.
But let's get started with some pressing news here. Of course, the WNBA finals are going on, and unless you're living under a rock, that's the New York Liberty versus the Las Vegas Aces. The Aces are up currently 2-1.
Yep.
Game 5.
Game 4 is
is
tomorrow 5 p.m.
in
New York.
Okay.
Listen, I think Aces should clear it out, but I think they wanted to go 5 to create the drama. Do you think the fix is in?
Look, I'm gonna just tell you right now. If it goes 5, it's like if it goes 5. So okay. Look, the fix wouldn't be in if it goes 5 because what if Anescu get hot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
So what if she gets hot on the road and the Aces like the pressure of going back to back is on them? And Anescu is like, I don't care about your back-to-back. It's my time now. I want this championship.
But you love the story.
So you don't want to get to a game 5 if you are the Aces, even though you do have that decided factor. Because at this time, this is uncharted territory. You're literally fighting for your life. You haven't been in that position before because you've always been dominant for the past 2 to 3 years. You've been dominant. So now you're back against the wall again because it's anybody's game. So yeah, I mean, if the Aces were smart, they would try to close it out. I just don't think they're going to be able to do it.
All right, we're going to see tomorrow.
No. Ace is going to try and close it out. They're not going to play games with this. And because it's 2-1. If they lose in New York, pressure's all on the Aces now. It switches.
Yeah.
New York's proven they can beat them. They come back with the momentum. So no way. I disagree. But we'll see. And be sure to tune in.
Yeah.
When is it again?
Tomorrow, 5 p.m. on ESPN.
Okay.
Tomorrow, Wednesday night, 5 p.m. on ESPN.
Sure,
Excellent, guys. So WNBA is happening. All right. Also, as the WNBA is winding out their season, the NBA is just jump-starting theirs. And that is great news for basketball fans, sport fans, and just fans across the world.
Yeah, we're ready now.
Okay, guys. So as we talked about before, the Lakers are there. We know Phoenix is going to be there. We know Denver's going to be there. Blah, 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 blah. Let's just talk about right now. Let's go Stat. Preseason. What were your thoughts on how the Lakers looked overall? Usually we're quite disappointed with the Lakers in preseason.
Right.
Going, oh, well, it was just preseason. This year, it's not the narrative.
No, it's not. And I think everyone has seen enough of this Laker team to understand exactly that this pretty much was a masterful job of team construction. Every piece that they have put in have had moments where you're like, oh my God, like this didn't happen before. I mean, we're trading out a lot of players like at this point in time, Taurean Prince would have been Troy Brown last year. Troy Brown. Look, shout out to Troy Brown. You did a job. You put in a shift. I appreciate you. However, we have upgraded that position now. And that's it's just kind of like when Westbrook went and we put in D'Angelo Russell. Hey, yes, he didn't have a great series, against Denver.
Yeah.
However, he did a lot better consistently than Westbrook. For us, I mean, Westbrook balled out, but for us, it just wasn't working, right?
Was
so, but you see all these pieces. You see Terrion Prince come in there. He's pretty much a dead eye shooter because he said he want to work towards getting to 40% for the year. Okay. We haven't had a 40% three-point shooter on the Lakers in forever. Magic having one of those.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember. Can we even remember the last one?
I mean, if I had you put my foot to the fire, I mean,
Ooh,
right?
Woo.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, 40%.
Oh man.
I mean, I know we had some
Lakers,
38s and 40%, like
yeah.
a dead eye.
No.
I mean, well, shoot, you guys, you help us out with that because
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, but yeah, you have that, and not to mention you got Gabe Vincent, really is trying to push to get in that starting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's pushing, that means he's helping the bench out. If you are starting Terrion Prince, you now have Vanderbilt on the bench. Of course, we love Hachimura, and he's looking really, really good in this preseason. Not to mention, I mean, you have Jackson Hayes, which I thought that was just going to be like, oh, it's Christian Wood's job to be, to lose. It's not. What you call it is giving us an athletic presence from a big man that we haven't had in a long time since. I mean, let's be real. Like JaVale McGee.
Yeah, 2020.
We're now, and then we got shout out to the kid Matt Christie because now he's pretty much put the whole him and Cam Reddish. There's going to be a battle for the backup 2 minutes. I think Max has got those minutes. So you're looking at athleticism. You're looking at hunger. You're looking at motivation. I just look at this Laker team as, of course, you're going to take some growing pains, but they're primed for a big run, and they're going to be able to withstand injuries because of this depth.
Mike, with the depth and with the team, always as they progress through the preseason, there's cuts, and some players have been cut. Can you fill us in?
Hey, most popular, Scottie Pippen Jr. So that's good for us because it allows him to go back down to the G League. He did great. I think he can withstand another year down there. But listen, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody grabs him and then he becomes a Gary Payton.
You know what? I was curious. Does he have the right to say no if a team grabs him? Could he pull a Reeves and say, "No, I'm going to stick here in the G League"?
No,
well,
why would you do that though? You would,
because he's betting on himself with the Lakers.
Yeah, but see, if if I look at the G League history, and you all know we're all season ticket holders. Once you get stuck down there in that G League, like the Mac McClums, the Gary Paytons, the of the world, man, you got to go when they call you. Like
Andre Ingrams,
Andre Ingram is the greatest G League. NBA
of all time.
3-point, right?
Played the most games.
And it's really interesting with that because when he called him up when it was the season was over. I mean, that dude scored like 23 points, and they were like, "Cool, you did a great job, but go back down to the G League."
Right, you're not the league.
You know what I'm saying? So, and speaking of dead-eye shooter, he definitely is a dead-eye shooter.
Yeah, he
just was for some reason not good enough to be in the league and be sustainable.
Nobody saw that value.
So, you listen, if you're a G League player, you can love the Lakers. I get that, but you get a call, you got to do that call.
Yeah, you got to move.
You know
up.
what I mean? What was it? Huff, the center. Is it
Huff?
Huff.
But wouldn't you have said that about Reeves? If you're going to get a second round pick, you got to get picked. You don't take that risk.
Reeves.
If you're going to get cut from the roster,
you want to change.
There was a plan for Reeves, though.
What do you mean? What do you mean the plan?
I mean, like they were in communication. They were in communication with Austin Reeves. And they said, "Hey, if nobody, we're gonna bring you in." There was a plan for that, right?
That, yes.
So that's a different scenario. Caruso, they snatched him. When they got Caruso came up, it was injuries, and he just kind of just panned out and all that stuff. So the thing about the G League, which is really interesting, is the majority of it is like we need y'all to come in and fill some roster spots. All right, then go back down there. And
exactly.
go play down there.
And they get that experience.
Yeah. So I mean, it's very few people. Like when Isaiah Thomas came down one game, he scored 50 points. It's all right, cool.
That was like a warm up.
Come on up, but
it's like baseball. They go back into the minors.
Right.
Do you agree with the cuts that the Lakers made so far?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I mean,
they're
looking at
deep, right?
Well, yeah, because you look at the players that we got. You got excuse me. Where JHS is going to come in. I mean, that's kind of like you're taking those minutes, right? We have a first round pick that literally cannot get any run because we're so deep here in our starting 11 or starting 12. So he has to find a spot where he's going to be the point that's going to be running that team.
Well, look, we said in the beginning that we already knew there were no additional roster spots, right?
Right.
We knew that.
Yeah.
Right.
We knew that at Summer League.
As soon as training.
Basically,
camp,
you
we
got
knew
drafted.
that.
You got drafted to, like, you got drafted to play in the summer league, first round
Practice,
pick.
right.
Even though,
Practice.
however, there's like a person. I mean, I don't want to go sidetrack, but I don't know if you guys know anything about Cam Whitmore. Okay, Cam Whitmore, dude, is this wing that literally was right there for the Lakers to pick. No, shout out to Jalen. I know you're good. I mean, we're gonna work on that, but he's not NBA ready right now. Cam Whitmore is dunking on everybody right now. Like, he's this athletic wing that even though this Laker team is well constructed, you don't have this athletic 6'8" freak out there that's a pogo stick that's ready to dunk on everybody and try to get offensive rebounds and just be an energy guy. We don't have that. We have a lot of good skill, but we don't have that. So that would have been really good for this team to be able to push that, the Vanderbilts and the, and also the Terrion Princes, have somebody there that's want to command minutes. So yeah, shout out to, Jalen, keep your head up. You are gonna make it. But I just think that the Lakers, the cuts were good because there's just not going to be any room for the Lakers to play. Yeah, they're not going to be able to play.
Necessary. So what can you do? All right. It's that time. It's that time of year where we're going to go ahead and start projecting. It's time to project the first 10 games of the season, guys. Money Mike, do you have that for you? Can you first go through what the first 10 games are? Then we'll discuss what we think that 10-game record should be. So just go through the record, please. And please definitely stipulate home or away.
Okay, so Lakers are starting off. Let me just back up and say this. let me regress.
It's never easy.
I love how the Lakers get the respect to participate in a ring ceremony, even if they are not getting the ring. You know what I mean? Like, I think that really we still got to put the Lakers, in that prime time slot, even though they're not gonna get the ring. So Lakers are playing the Nuggets first game. So look, here's my thing about that. There's no reason why the Lakers really should win this game, I don't think, but they need to win this game. They need to win this game because, number one, it's a ring ceremony and the Nuggets are going to be overly excited. Number two, we got
Wait a minute. I don't think Jokic is going to be overly excited. Nothing personal, but I don't think he can care.
You're getting
it's just another game.
Yeah.
That fool's a robot.
It's just work, man.
Yeah, it's just work.
Yeah, but you're getting your ring.
The fans, it's emotional. Yes,
these are American issues.
I don't think
caring. He never grew up with that.
I don't care about a ring.
Everybody's excited. They're getting the ring.
Yes, okay.
It's emotional. Usually, what we
Banner
gotta
goes
say,
up.
60-70% of the time, that team loses because they just can't get up really for the game. Lakers got swept by this team that really defined this and put us in our place. We only lost, granted, on about 25 points total in the 4 games, but we still got swept. I think this is a statement game for the Lakers, and I'm going to pick us to win for that reason.
Okay.
And after that, we go home and we have the Suns. I think we should beat the Suns because, number one, we're at home. Number two,
you're going to go through all the 10 games?
Or just go through the teams first.
Lakers Suns is game 2
at home,
and then you could go back and give it all the
Kings. Lakers Kings are away. Okay. But it's a short trip. We got the Magic at home.
Okay.
We got the Clippers at home.
Okay.
We got the Magic away. We got the Heat away. We got the Rockets away. The Suns away, and Trailblazers back home.
So 6 away games, 4 home games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
and you've already called Denver a win.
I'm calling Denver a win. I'm calling the Suns a win because look, we played them in the preseason, so we already should have some scouting on them. We got.
They always show everything in the preseason.
I mean, I'm just saying. I say I got us win. I think I got us going 3-0. I think we could beat the Kings. That's gonna be a tough game.
Let me ask you something. If they don't go 3-0, whose fault is it?
Oh,
Oh, boy.
I'm not blaming nobody. Not blaming nobody.
It's
Not
too
blaming
soon for
nobody.
that. All right.
A back to back with the Magic. I think we made that would be a downward. We'll lose that one. The Clippers. I hate to say it, we just cannot beat the Clippers. So I think that is going to be too much hype, and we're not going to beat the Clippers. I think we're going to go on the road.
You a hater.
I mean, I'm just being honest. We're going to go on the road. I think we can get the Magic away. We get the Heat away. We get the Rockets away. Suns will probably get us. And then the Trailblazers, I think, get us. So whether I'm going 8-2. 8-3, 7-3, 7-3.
So Money Mike is setting himself up for failure as usual, but that's okay. Stat, I might agree with some of that. I think they have a chance to catch Denver on that night. But I think they'll be ready, to be honest with you. I don't think they'll be so excited. I think they have this game marked on their bulletin board as much as we do.
Yeah.
And Malone's going to make sure they're ready. So, but I do think that they should win the game, and that's a great precedence to start the season. And if they don't, questions might already arise on game one. So,
no, you can't ask me questions.
Oh, you would say it depends how and what happens. They get blown out. I assure you're coming in here and you're asking questions. Stat game one, Denver thoughts.
I think the Lakers get Denver.
Okay, good.
Only because of the fact that look, like they got it marked on their calendar, we got it marked on our calendar, and I'm just assuming that. Look, man, you gotta show me something now, Lakers. Like you gotta show me something because I believe that if this is ever a statement game, this is a statement game. And they haven't really been in a lot of statement games. I remember the last statement game they had, there was a one against, I think, the Milwaukee Bucks. It was like we went back-to-back against, forgot who it was. I think we finally beat the Clippers. And then we played the Milwaukee Bucks. And I think we won both of those games.
And together. Yeah.
And then COVID happened. Like we were really we were solidifying, because I think we were like 24-3. Like we were really a good record, like a really good record. But they said we didn't really play anybody. But then we played the Clippers. We couldn't beat the Clippers. And then we get to beat the champs. So now it's like, okay, the Lakers haven't really had a statement game that they really had to step up and they had the horses to play. And now I think they know you got embarrassed in the playoffs. I know it was the total amount of points.
Doesn't matter. Sweet.
It was still 4-0, regardless. I mean, it doesn't matter if they would have won the game 2-0. They would have fouled each other all night.
Besides, they said that they're motivated against that team. They have to come out and perform.
Got to perform.
Second game, Phoenix, Money Mike, you think that they're going to take that one again?
Yeah, I think they're going to take Phoenix. I mean, I think
it's at home.
We would have just played them like a couple days before. We kind of know we had the scouting. I know they're not going to give you the best, but I think that they want to definitely come out strong, and they're going to make an effort to go ahead and fulfill and win that game.
Season home opener.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we just got to come out and everyone's going to be hyped. The Lakers, we'll flush that game if we lose against Denver, and we'll right the ship if we play against a good playoff contending. Because that's what it is. It only gets wild if we go 0-2. Now we're questioning things.
Yeah.
But if we split those two games, at least we beat one of the championship contenders, and they could say on their resume, one of those guys could say they lost to the Lakers. So we're just a formidable opponent as they are to us.
Let's stay with stat here. Next game is a road game against the Kings. Kings up and coming team, high energy. I kind of feel like that is a potential
loss.
Yeah. The reason why they have a back-to-back. They have Sunday in Sacramento, and then they have to come home and play against the Magic. So they could be thinking ahead. It could be moving ahead. I think that could be a trap game.
Oh yeah,
Thoughts?
it's definitely had trap appeal.
Yeah.
Definitely has trap appeal.
Yeah.
However, I just think
The
that
letdown.
the Lakers need to really establish themselves. That
Absolutely.
we know what Sacramento is.
Right.
So as of all the teams, like going to Portland, going to Sacramento, we know what that monster is. We are the ones that they get the hypest for. So we know what kind of crazy environment that is. So yes, but you got to take care of business. And this is
Don't
look,
take it
man,
lightly.
Yeah, you can't. If you're gonna be championship
This
contenders,
isn't the Kings of the past.
you
This is
got
the
you
new
got.
Kings.
Oh no, they want to like the beam for sure. You know what I'm saying? So it's what it is.
Yep. Money Mike. The Orlando Magic. I think we give that to the Lakers right now.
No, I'm not. I think that because it is a back-to-back, I think we go 3-0 in the beginning of the season. I think the Magic is going to be the letdown game.
You think that's the trap game?
Yeah, I think that's the letdown game.
You's a hater.
I mean, okay, Andrea, come on back.
Yeah. Okay, so you got a trap game there. Then we move on to, of course, our crosstown rivals, our hallway rivals, soon to be crosstown rivals. Can't wait for that. The Clippers. At this point, the assumption is we're going to see that team at full strength. That is the assumption this early in the season, hopefully. Thoughts?
Oh yeah, I mean, let's be real. Until the Lakers lose, until the Lakers win a game against the Clippers, that's a loss.
Okay, so
Okay,
just you can't.
So
you have to write it
Pat
off.
agrees with me.
I'm just being honest. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
until that's like, because I'm not even gonna put any stock in the game because we always lose it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, does it stop our trajectory? Is it because we lose to the Clippers that we don't attain the goals that we want to attain? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, do we put that much stock into that game? Maybe just for, like for bragging rights. But at the end of the day, like, we always lose to the Clippers. All right. We still made it to the Western Conference Finals last year. So yeah, it's what it is.
Money Mike,
Yeah,
I understand that. You agree with
agree.
that. However, if Kawhi and Paul George stay healthy, you gotta assume they'll make some waves again in the Pacific Division. And now you're talking about you have some of these ties, and
That's every year.
it is. So we'll see. We'll see.
So that's what it is.
But I agree with you that you kind of have to just say Clippers just because the Clippers have had our number since then. So let's keep this going. Then it's an away, and now is this the chance that the Lakers have to redeem themselves against the Magic now? Do they go into Orlando? They have a couple days off, travel to Orlando for a Saturday game. Is this redemption, Money Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, I think they could probably win that game.
Okay.
Into the Magic, but then, the trap game, they're still on the East Coast. They got the Heat and the Rocket after that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll probably lose to the Heat, but they'll be able to beat the Rockets. They better
have to beat the Rockets. Yeah, they better not be letdowns
They have
against
to.
teams that aren't there.
The Heat still coming off of they're on a mission. They want to get back to the finals. Butler's still over there. They're still hungry. Yeah, so I think that's definitely a game that we could.
Okay, Stat. So we have on that road trip. It's a 4-game road trip. So they go Magic, Miami, Rockets, Phoenix. This is a new look Lakers team, so I really don't think the Heat can stick with them, even with Butler's new hair, his outcast haircut. So are we in agreement there that Miami is a win?
Yeah, I'm thinking it should be a win.
Okay. And because I actually think they go 4-0 on this road trip.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying. I say
really?
they take the Magic, they take Miami, they take the Rockets, and then they take care of business with Phoenix. I hope they win in LA against Phoenix. We'll see. They're coming back from an emotional Denver win, this and that. We'll see what happens. And almost like ring night, it's opening night in LA. All the new guys, first time playing in a Laker uniform, Laker gold.
Yeah.
So who knows what happens there? But so I think Phoenix, they'll actually take that one. And then they finish with this first 10 games with Portland.
Yeah.
Portland, you kind of said what to expect from them. I don't know that we definitely do. They're kind of a new look team. Portland. I think it's a win, but
I don't think
what
they
do you
pose.
think?
I don't think they really pose any threats.
No,
I mean, you still got you got DeAndre. They got Aiden.
Mm-hmm.
And they got some other pieces, but I just got Scoot, so that's going to be exciting to see. But they don't really have the horses, I think, to actually, especially with the Lakers at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at my projection, I'm looking at 7-3 first 10 games.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm right there, 7-3. I think, and I think that's good. I think that if we do that, we pull it off. It's good. The key win. So for me, have to be the Nuggets. We have to at least win the Suns. One game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I could pick which one, but at least those games. And then Miami has to be competitive. We can't. We don't necessarily have to win the game, but we definitely have to be competitive in that.
Yep.
The ones that we should win, the Rockets for sure.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Realistically, when you're going through the month of November, they really only have 2 playoff worthy teams that they're going against, maybe 3. You got the Clippers, the Suns, and the Sixers during that whole month. Other than that, you've got the Magic, the Heat, the Rockets, Portland twice, Memphis, Kings, Rockets again, Pacers, Mavericks, I don't think are concerned, Cavs, Detroit, and then OKC, but I don't think OKC is going to scare the Lakers this year. So they really should be dominant after, the end of November, going into December should really be dominant. And then again, they play the Rockets again to start out December. And then there's that week with the tournament. So who knows what happens there.
So what is do we know the prize? What is the incentive?
I believe that if you win the tournament,
Your automatic bid?
No. It's all financial. There's no bid to the playoffs or anything like that. But I believe if your team wins, each player I think gets a $500,000 bonus, which is huge to the bottom ranks on that team. They may not be, even making that in a year, first round draft picks, second round draft picks. And then, as Lamar Odom kind of put it when we had him on the show, which will be coming out very soon, everybody, it gives them a chance to kind of be seen and maybe win something, even though they don't have a chance to win a ring, win something. I don't know. That
are the big boys going to take it serious?
That they have to, because it's part of the season. So the games count in the regular season, except for I believe the final game.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, that's what's so crazy about it. So
they have to take it.
If you enter into the tournament and you lose in tournament, then you go back and play your regular season games, regular scheduled games, and then the tournament continues to go on. So it's almost like they have 2.
You remember in school
season going
when you were out, you're bummed, and you had to go over there and go play handball. No more dodgeball for you.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So it's really weird about.
So it's not like we stop the Earth and then we play this 2-week tournament.
No. They're regular. As you get eliminated in 2 weeks, you go back to your regular season.
Yeah. And I think we're just going to have to go through this to figure it out. Yeah, and we may still be confused even after that.
It doesn't make any sense. I think it's gonna be a bust. It's a money grab. They're trying. It's in Vegas, so they're.
I don't get what I don't say. They don't need it. They have some. To the NBA is successful.
It's a different way to get different sponsors.
Yes, they'll probably have special jerseys too, because they're selling a billion jerseys. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Profanity Nation podcast. As soon as we come back, we're going to keep this up. InfanityTV.com. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Profanity Nation.
A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
Welcome back to the Profanity Nation podcast. As you just saw, infanitytv.com every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Yep. All right, guys. Other than that, there is some college ball going on. There's college football, as we know, and prime time is all the time. What happened?
Prime time, not priming, man. I mean, it was a bad loss, man. It was really, I listen. I want to believe. I love what he's doing over in Colorado. I love all the attention he's doing economically and stuff. But now we're in the season though, and there are certain, as we talk about the Lakers, there are certain some games that you have to win.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And especially when you go into a game that you have to win and you're up 29-0 at halftime. Like now, it's a foregone conclusion that you are going to win, and they lost in overtime.
Right.
So I think Colorado had, they're coming off of their high right now, and they're probably going to go 6-6, which is what I always thought they was going to do, but it's a hard 6-6, because when you go 3-0 and all that hype, and now you lose two teams, you lose to Oregon, okay, we get that. We lose to USC, okay, we get that. But dog, Stanford was 1-4. You know what I mean? That was supposed to get you to bowl eligible, which is 6 wins. So, hey, I still believe in you, Dion, but hey, y'all got some issues.
You let that one go.
You got issues and problems over there, man.
Right.
You have to try.
Stat, is that really a surprise? We all knew this was his first year. He's putting together a team on the fly.
Right. So if we're losing games where there's a back and forth and you're just not ready to take that next step and you lose the game, okay, I give you that. If you're just so outclassed that of course you're not at the level of like Oregon or whatever, then I get that. However, you were up 29-0 at halftime. So it's like now
to a 1-4 team.
To a 1-4 team. So it's now at this point, something happened at the next 2 quarters. And it was an avalanche. Like he can't coach them out. He can't coach them out of this thing. He can't do anything. It's an avalanche. Like they literally are hemorrhaging points. Okay, so I mean, yes. And when you were talking about maybe 6-6, but it will be a public 6-6.
Yeah.
Like there will be no loss that will not be tore up and scrutinized. Like it was not going to be a 6-6 where you could just go ahead. You had some good losses, but you had some good wins, had some tough losses, and whatever. Maybe had the occasional drop, but it's going to be very public. These 6-6 is going to be, everyone's going to be looking at the schedule. And it's kind of sad because, at the first, it was cute. But, this is the flip side of it now.
Yeah, right.
This is the flip side of it.
So now, the reality.
This is it. This is what it is now.
Because here's the thing. He shot the world.
Well,
with TCU.
We pump you up.
You know what I'm saying?
We
he
pump
shot
you
the
up.
world with Colorado.
But we pump you up and tell you now.
What I'm saying? So,
right?
100%.
That's what
so now, he got to get to 6-6.
To build you back up again.
He got to get bowl eligible. You got to, listen, at minimum, Dion, you got to get bowl eligible. Therefore, there is somebody on your schedule, probably UCLA, which would be great for us, because USC lost, to shot the world and be back, get over to bowl eligible. So
we'll see.
Good luck, man.
We'll see.
We're gonna see.
We'll see. And as you know, because you guys are all huge fans of the show, whether you're watching or listening on your favorite podcast platform, we finish every show here with a segment we call Money Mike's Out of Bounds. It's real simple. He's just going to share his thoughts or opinions on a topic, and he wants to know, are those thoughts or opinions in bounds or out of bounds? Money Mike?
Yeah. So listen, we it definitely is out of bounds segment. I've been thinking about this. I kind of really want y'all opinion on this. It's more. I don't think it's it's not as outrageous at all. So Angel Reese, she got a deal with backup Shaq and Allen Iverson. Basically took over almost like a division of Reebok. And they're going out there and they chose Angel Reese to be the first athlete. Congratulations to her to get a deal with Reebok. Which it's interesting because they're not even shoe deals no more. They're all NIL deals. But, but hey, I think that's cool. I think it's great for her. I think she 100% deserves it. But I also feel that she got to ball out this year, and then she got to go into the WNBA and be Rookie of the Year. Because I think that there's always that fear of mine that she may be that great college player, but not paying out in the pro.
Adam Morrison.
Yeah,
Adam Morrison, the Christian Leitners, what I mean? These people, and I'm praying that we're giving her too much too fast. So, am I out of bounds to say I'm a little worried about them giving this to her because she got to be Rookie of the Year. She got to ball out this year, go back to back, and be Rookie of the Year in the WNBA.
I'm going to jump in on this one first. You're out of bounds.
Okay.
The reason why you're out of bounds is because she's already famous. She's already got NIL deals with money. Okay. But she already doesn't necessarily have a motivation to get to the NBA. I am sure that in this shoe deal, there are bonuses that when she gets to the NBA, if she hits Rookie of the Year, these are the things it's going to take to motivate her to go to the NBA, because I can assure you the salary at the NBA is not what's going to motivate her.
Right.
So without this type of a deal, I don't think she'd have the motivation. So with that, I say you're out of bounds. Stat.
But I mean, in the competitive spirit, though,
not in this world.
No, you would think so. That they would come into play, but I mean, you have guys like Caleb Williams telling people, like, I don't really need the NFL. Like, I'm good with NIL deals, and if I don't go to where I want to go, then basically I can always just come back to college, make some money, throw the ball around, and then redo it next year. So the players are now getting the leverage. I don't really think, out of bounds, I don't think I think she's earned it. I think she earned it, and because of the fact that now she is the face. Well, other than the WNBA players, she has earned it in the college. We want to see her next year. So even if she doesn't pan out, we want to see her rise or we want to see her fall. Like all eyes are going to be on Angel Reese next year. So we have that, and then she can always redeem herself when she gets into pros and be Rookie of the Year. This year, is she still going to get her money because she earned it from last year? Yeah, then she got she'll be number one pick in the draft, and then she has to prove it when she gets to the league.
Yeah, I think it'd be dope, for people to be wearing her shoes, her Reebok.
Yeah,
it's exactly what the WNBA needs.
Yeah.
Is a marketing, just muse that they can use.
Okay.
To do everything.
I know we get. Maybe we'll discuss it next time.
Okay.
What if they give Caitlin her rival a deal too?
Sure.
Easy. That's just
that's
so Magic Murder on Converse.
Then you got Barry Magic.
Hey.
Then you got the Barry Magic situation.
Yeah, we good. We good with that.
Okay,
and I think they'll lead it.
Market
Yeah, they'll lead into it.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching another Profanity Nation podcast. We really appreciate it. As always, like we say, you can find us on infanitytv.com every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Follow us on Infanity Television at Instagram. That's at Infanity Television. On YouTube, you name it, we're everywhere. You know that. All right. Until next week, guys.
Hey, game one. Woo! Next week, we're going to talk about it.
Lakers. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Okay.
Live reaction.
7-3. 7-3.
Live reaction next week.
All right, here we go. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us.
All
We
right,
out.
Peace.